I, let's see. I guess I should start this way. So, we don't necessarily have anything real formal to present at this point. We want to maybe just go over some questions that you may have and discuss, some of the activities that you all just got through doing. Do people have particular questions? So there's a lot of different subjects we study here. We studied electrostatics. We looked at magnetism, how magnets, sort of the fundamentals of how magnets work, how magnets interact. Because we rub nails, we can talk a little bit about what's going on there.
Should we really get to electromagnetism and magnetism?
What's your question?
Well, I mean, did we really figure out the difference between... My kids, when I teach them electromagnetic, they say, oh, so that's magnetism too. I say, well, no, but I really can't tell you why.
You mean the difference between what magnetism and electromagnetism?
I mean, electromagnetic, the fact that you can set up a magnetic field with a current.
Yep.
And how exactly is that different from magnetism? Again, I'm sure we've already talked about that.
No. This is
refresh my memory.
No. This is a really important point. I'm glad you brought that up because I think that is confusing, and I think that's a really important thing to get straight. So, and it's not simple. The way of thinking about this is that really all magnetic fields, any magnetic field that exists, has its origin in currents or moving charge. So even a permanent magnet, like we talked about earlier, the magnetism is coming from electron movement or electron spin. So fundamentally, all magnetism comes from currents. But in the case of a chunk of magnet, like a permanent magnet, you want to think of those as being microscopic or atomic scale currents. They're little loops, current loops. Each atom is in some ways got a net. Am I making sense? So there's really no separating magnetism from current. It's sort of all wrapped together. Now, it's perfectly reasonable to kind of separate, a permanent magnet is pretty different conceptually to a kid than running current through a wire. I mean, the currents that are happening in the atom or in the spin of electrons, totally different regime, totally different scale than the currents running through a wire. But what I'm telling you is that they're fundamentally the same. It's fundamentally the same thing. Does it make sense? Am I making sense? All magnetic fields come. So the way of thinking about, the way I think about this is that a magnet, like if I have a magnet, north-south magnet. Okay. All right. I'm going to get better at this drawing. So you have your magnet, right? That is equivalent. This sort of bar magnet has the same kind of magnetic field as a current. And I just did the direction the wrong way. I think. All right, doesn't really matter. The direction doesn't matter. But in other words, these two things are the same. These two. If you have current passing through this loop, you get a magnetic field. Actually, maybe we should talk about that. Is everybody clear about that concept? That when you have current moving through a wire, it creates a magnetic field. And it so happens when you do this loop geometry, that gives you a magnetic field that kind of, let's see if there's another color. The magnetic field is in the same direction as in the bar magnet. Did you have a question? Is there a question?
I'm still thinking. Go ahead.
Okay.
It's kind of like the Earth spins.
Yeah.
And we have the north and south, which is the opposite way of the way. I mean, it's perpendicular to the way your magnet is. Poles are north-south. Earth spins sort of perpendicular.
Yeah, although the Earth's magnetic field, this is where we need a geophysicist. I believe the way of thinking about the Earth's magnetic field is that it's actually movement of molten iron in the core.
Right.
That's actually where that magnetic moment's coming from. So you do have,
That's
you have current, yeah, you have, well, you have current, but you also have, you have ferromagnetic material is the other issue there. So, right, so, so maybe we should talk about current loops. I'm not sure everybody's on board with this, and I'm completely, what's that? Oh, yeah, that may be hard to show everybody. That's great, no, go ahead, that's wonderful, Alice.
Which one?
It wasn't me. It was a good job, it wasn't me.
He was very patient with us too, so that's good.
Glad you're patient with me.
His name is Patrick. He came in a little bit later, so
Yeah,
that's Patrick.
The redhead kid is Patrick.
We thought it was very interesting. Redheaded kid named Patrick, and he had green on.
Did you have green on your shirt? Did you have green?
I did.
You wear green a lot. Okay, so what I have here is
I know. The only time in my life I've ever taken a shower. How long did you shower?
What you looking for, Mike?
I'm looking for my bag.
Oh, you
My
need
wallet. I just took a shower for an hour afterwards. And then I showered again this morning. So I was stuck in the head. Cheers.